This is our fifth topic of financial curriculum, the stages of startup development. Now we'll further elaborate the stages of startup development. Pre-seed, where the startup and the business models are well defined and the goals are set. Seed, where the minimum viable product is introduced. A minimum viable product is a version of a product with just enough features to be useful by early customers, who can then provide feedback for further product development. Series A, where the sales starts to grow and the profits are starting to generate. Series B, where sales and growth of the startup starts to develop and sustainability is achieved. Series C is where the startup gets the highest sales and profits and then enters the international market or into product development. Now moving forward towards the first stage of startup development, pre-seed. Pre-seed funding is a type of funding that's designed to help a startup with its initial formation and beginning of operations. As in any project, the phase of analysis is crucial for the detection of a real problem in the niche market in which the startup wants to act. At this stage, the startup has a well-defined business model. The second stage of startup development, the seed. In this stage, a business idea is tested for its viability. The characteristics and the satisfaction of the product is highlighted. The feedback of the customers and how the product is perceived is seen. Business viability refers to a situation in which a business is surviving. The profits, the market, and the customer acquisitions. Funds may be raised from family, friends, crowdfunding, or angel investors usually. The third stage of startup development is Series A. Series A financing involves capital raising for startups with a solid business model. At this stage, a consistent track record of revenue generation starts. The team grows to support scaling as the business has income. Series A financing is a type of equity-based financing where the owner of the startup involves selling a portion of a company's equity in return for capital. When you talk about equity, it means a percentage of the profit or the ownership of the company is given to the investor in return for the investment involved. The fourth stage of startup development, a Series B. At this stage, a startup would already have a concrete customer base and a sustainable revenue stream. In Series A, the prediction of the profit and the customer acquisition was still in the air. At Series B, these goals are well defined and the profitability and customer acquisitions are quite clear. The expense start to fall into the bucket that can be analyzed and improved upon. The profit is utilized well. Due to process optimization, the cost will be reduced and eventually profit will increase. Process optimization leads to working more efficiently. The profits are set to more cover the expenses and there are more profits to be set on the development part of the business. Coming down to the final stage of startup development, Series C. Businesses that make it to Series C funding sessions are already quite successful. These companies look for additional funding in order to help them develop new products, expand into new markets, or even to acquire other companies. For example, in Series A and Series B, profits are more utilized and allocated towards expense covering and towards the market budget. But in Series C, the profits are more utilized towards product development and expansion. The startup company will be attractive for acquisition due to a large number of customers and income. At this stage, funds may be used for large-scale expansions or entry into international markets.